The extreme fool of the week goes to a gentleman by the name of Paul Davis, a former associate counsel at Goosehead Insurance. Paul Davis went to the University of Texas from the Texas Bar's website. He's a practicing attorney and the associate general counsel for Goosehead Insurance. He was at the MAGA insurrection in DC on Wednesday, where he live streamed himself saying that he was attempting to get into the Capitol. Again, this guy is a lawyer and he live streamed evidence that could be used against him, saying that he wanted to break into the Capitol. Fox 4 Dallas has more details. Watch this tape.
A North Texas attorney who admits he was at the Capitol yesterday when the protest turned into a riot has lost his job, and there's no evidence he went into the Capitol, but his employer confirmed to Fox 4 his participation yesterday crossed the line. Fox 4's David Santendry has more. David.
Yeah, Heather, that North Texas attorney posted video and photos while in the thick of those protests outside of the Capitol. Again, it is unclear whether or not he participated in the rioting. None of that is shown on his social media images, but his employer does tell us that because of the participation they did see, right now he is no longer employed.
Audit the ballots.
A North Texas attorney is no longer employed because of videos he shared on social media which show him protesting outside the Capitol building Wednesday.
The fact that they will not let us inspect any of the ballots or the machines should tell you something.
Paul Davis is one of thousands who protested unsubstantiated claims of election fraud outside the Capitol. He says in a video he posted, he was trying to get inside.
We're all trying to get into the Capitol to stop this, and this is what's happening. They're tear gassing us.
A screen recording of Davis's video was posted to Twitter by journalist Roger Sollenberger, who writes for Salon out of Austin. Sollenberger identified Davis as Associate General Counsel at Goosehead Insurance. More than 1.7 million views later, Davis is out of a job. Goosehead Insurance, located in Westlake on the border of Denton and Tarrant counties, pinned a tweet to its Twitter account Thursday afternoon saying, Paul Davis, Associate General Counsel, is no longer employed by Goosehead. Fox 4 called the company for more details. This is the voicemail we heard.
Thank you for contacting Goosehead. The employee involved in the protest at the Capitol is no longer employed with us.
The company later confirmed to Fox 4 that Davis is no longer employed because of his participation in the events at the Capitol. It's important to point out that from what Davis posted to social media, there is no evidence he committed a crime.
We're all trying to get into the Capitol to stop this.
Davis did say they were all trying to get into the Capitol, but Thursday, in a series of new posts, he says, in part, I was peacefully demonstrating. I was not trying to break in, was just talking to police officers and praying over them. The Twitter video is out of context. I'm not calling for violence here. I think MLK-style civil disobedience is the way to go to demand a full audit of the vote.
All we're doing is demanding that our public officials audit the vote, audit the Dominion machines, audit the ballots.
Again, it's unsubstantiated claims of election fraud that led to protests, riots, and chaos at the Capitol. We've reached out to Davis via several social media channels today, as well as several phone numbers, but at this time, we have not heard back.
As you can see, this guy is an extreme fool. And I'm sure you guys are thinking, there are a lot of folks who did the same thing. Why am I singling him out? I am singling this guy out because he's an attorney. He should know better. If you know better, you're expected to do better. This is a guy, an attorney, who live streamed himself saying that he was about to get into and break into a Capitol. And he should know that it's illegal. He should know that it's a crime. And also, he said something like audit the votes, check the Dominion machines. Paul Davis, you're a moron. You're gonna let another moron like Donald Trump, who was an idiot, to trick you into rioting and being part of a mob, and you're an attorney, you're an extreme fool. I mean, it's ridiculous that you will leave Texas, fly all the way to DC, join a mob, and live stream yourself saying you're about to break into a federal building while the certification of Joe Biden's presidency was ongoing. And you now release a statement saying, oh, you were not trying to, you were only peacefully protesting, that you were not trying to break in. But you already said what you wanted to do, that you were trying to get into the Capitol. And you now said that you were only there talking to the police officers and you were praying over there. You can pray from Texas. You don't have to go right there to pray for somebody. I'm sure prayer can travel everywhere. But to live stream yourself as an attorney, given the evidence right there in real time that's going to be used against you. Now you've lost your job. You may not be able to find another job. You may be charged. You may face bar discipline. There's no telling what could happen just because you are an extreme fool. So, I mean, I'm not trying to give this guy a slack here, because as an attorney, I'm sure the other attorneys who are also doing the same thing. You know, Ted Cruz is one of them. Judge Hawley's another one. But I'm focusing on this guy. I just can't get over this guy, Paul Davis, live streaming himself and spitting out the evidence, spitting it out, that most likely going to be used against him in court. Because that lets you know his state of mind. And to allow a moron like Donald Trump tell you that there's fraud and all the lawsuits he's filed in court, he's lost every one of them. He's lost them. At least you can at least go there, pull the transcript of the cases and see for yourself and see that Donald Trump is lying to the public. His lawyers will claim fraud on social media, but they'll go to court and say there's no fraud. As an attorney, you would think you know that. Even if Donald Trump is going to deceive people, he will deceive maybe lay people. And on top of that, Donald Trump, a moron, tricked you to go join a mob to try to break into the Capitol. And you knows he never denied not getting into the Capitol. Maybe there's just no video of him. He never denied it, the statement he released. So there's no telling, he probably got inside. Who knows? But he's the extreme fool of the week. This guy's about as foolish as they ever come. Just because you have an education doesn't mean you're not foolish, you know. Paul Davis, I guess currently unemployed, attorney who was tricked by Donald Trump and fooled by Donald Trump and into joining a mob to break into the Capitol. It's the extreme fool of the week. And despite being an attorney who should know better, I mean, he acted like a damn fool. So I mean, if any client is saying this, I don't know if we make, I mean, I wouldn't hire him. I mean, I wouldn't hire a lawyer who is this foolish. I don't know, because he has bad judgment. He's a dummy. So his legal career may even be over. I don't even think the MAGA folks will want to hire him, because they'll be like, bro, you're just a fool, man. I don't even think they're going to hire him. They'll probably look elsewhere and find some other lawyer, because they're like, oh, this guy's, he should not be as stupid as me, even though I'm stupid, I'm foolish. This guy is too foolish. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know, this guy an extreme fool. I think he is. You know, as always, like, share, subscribe, and, you know, say no to extreme foolishness.